Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppets. Today checking out some more Verdant. This is a beer that Jonas requested. He shot me a message and said, hey dude, or hey Nelson lover, you should check this out. So we're checking out some Verdant. This is Unconventional Tactics. This is all Nelson Hop Double IPA. I'm hashtag Nelson boners, man. I love me some Nelson. It's like, I have a hard time picking a favorite in anything because I love so many different things, like favorite movie, favorite video game, favorite food, whatever, favorite beer. But if I had to come close to a hop that could be a favorite, Nelson would be at least one of them, or if not my favorite. Like, I just love Nelson. It's such an awesome hop, and it's so unique, and it's, yeah, I don't ever seem to get tired of it. But they've released this beer before at Verdant. I don't know how many times. And actually, the first time I saw this, I was like, yeah, I should grab some to review. But I did not get to because I had tons of other beer. But this time around, I was just like, fuck it, let's go get it. Because not just Jonas, but a couple other people had asked me to try it and see what I thought. Because they wanted to see what I thought. So I was like, yeah, let's get some. It's 8%. Cold side and hot side, it's all Nelson, man. It's all Nelson. And I really enjoy Verdant style of IPAs because they're really impactful, but they're also crazy drinkable, which is awesome. This is just around the 4-week mark, which is where I find New England IPAs to be perfect usually. And you know, Verdant can hold up to the huge, big hype bros of America, as you saw in our blind tasting. If you didn't catch that, you should go check it out. The Ultimate Haze blind tasting. It was so much fun, and Verdant beat everyone, which was funny. Not, you know, something I didn't expect would happen, but, well, I kind of expected some of the hyped American stuff to win, but it didn't. That's how it is when you do things blind. But let's check this one out. Pours a nice hazy golden yellow color. I mean, I keep referencing monkish. I know some of you guys probably hate it, but it looks like a monkish beer. It's that pin bright golden yellow. It looks beautiful in the glass. I think I might have accidentally gotten a little bug in there, but we'll just turn the glass around so I don't see that. But otherwise, it looks fantastic. It looks usually like, you know, the color I want in my New England IPAs. So let's check out the aroma on this one, shall we? It smells very nice. Verdant has a huge balance on the beers. Like, I don't think it's like this, like crazy intense aroma. I think Big DIPA, was that the name? Was the one in the blind tasting a bit more, but it's for sure a Nelson beer. I mean, it's huge gooseberry and white grape, tropical white grape vibes. But it's definitely towards the fruity side. Like, I'm not getting like crazy dankness or, you know, things like that, which I often want. And I know Nelson can be a bit dank. It's not like the most dank hop of all, but yeah, it's just classic Nelson flavors. It's really grape-like. It's tropical grape, a white grape skin, gooseberry, kiwi, like a tropical vibe as well. It smells really good. Really, like, it almost smells fluffy, if you can say it like that. It smells really nice though. Let's try it, guys. Cheers. And thanks for making me or getting me to pick this up, Jonas. Cheers. Much more impactful on the flavor. This is total Nelson boners. Oh, and it's dry and it's lightly bitter. Like, man, Verdant is... I've always like really talked, when we talk about best European brewers of IPA and especially hazy stuff, I've always talked about Verdant. And like, I think to some extent in my mind, I've always thought Verdant as being really like overripe and juicy and whatnot, but they are actually like crazy well-balanced IPAs because they're not all overripe juice and they're also dry. They're not very bitter, but the big thing is like it's juicy and fruity, but it's like it's dry. It finishes dry. It's not like that crazy gushing sweet overripe flavor. And it's definitely like they definitely do have a yeast character that is you know, New Englandy and juicy, but it's not to such an extent where the yeast is just, you know, so stressed out. It's just producing so much crazy tutti frutti overripe juicy flavor. It's just really good. I think I would have liked it a bit more like if Nelson had a friend. Nelson is also one of those hops. I think most hops are best with friends. I think it's, and when I say friends, I mean with other hops. but I often think most of the time I prefer mini hops with other hops as well. Not necessarily in the same amounts, but just something to give more complexity. You know, but as a single hop Nelson beer, this is probably one of the, or single hop Nelson IPA is definitely one of the best European examples I've had. Again, it's loads of this like juicy gooseberry and juicy grape, but it's, think if you've ever had Sauvignon Blanc wine, it's like this tropical grape vibe, almost like you crossed a passion fruit and a white grape or something like that. That's kind of like part of the profile, and slightly dusty as well, like a grape skinny thing. And especially with the dryness and the aftertaste there, it's like dusty. This is so drinkable though. It's crazy. This is an 8% beer. This drinks like a 7% IPA. It's nuts. That's one of the things you really have to commend Verdant for doing, is making their beers crazily drinkable. It's a lot about drinkability too, and that's something that really gets overlooked nowadays in craft beer with everything being crazy. Like when it comes down to it, something you can definitely drink more than a pint of is also you know. It's fantastic. It's fun with the taster style beers where it's so saturated with everything you can just have a couple sips. But drinking stuff where you can say like, I can crush this can, no problem. It's amazing, and it's just like you sit and enjoy it. It's got a lot of flavor. It's just like more drinkable, sessionable beers is really nice. The other stuff is of course really fun, right? But this is something I could drink all day. In terms of yeast, it's a lightly candied kind of vibe. It almost has like a slightly candied grape thing, which is probably because of the Nelson. And then there is a touch of a peppery feel. And then there's like, as I said, the gooseberry, the white grape, the kiwi, the passion fruity white grape. One thing that's real fun though, it's not going into the diesel-like qualities too much. A little bit, but Nelson can be a little bit like diesel-y, gasoline-like. But nothing crazy. It's really good. It's a really crushable, enjoyable, drinkable beer. The only thing is like I could have had a little bit more of everything. Like I just talked about drinkability, but just a little more impactful flavor. I think the drinkability is there, dead on, but just like the hops to shine, just like touch more. Just like it just needs that slight touch to be like world class. It's margins really. Because when I think of something like Kind Buds from, that's a West Coast beer, but Kind Buds from Slice, it was also very Nelson-centric, a bit of Mosaic too, but it was around the same ABV territory, but it was just like, it was crazy drinkability, but also higher saturation. Like that perfect marriage, it's really hard to do, like having high drinkability and high saturation of flavor. It's really hard to do, and this is just like right there on the edge at striking that balance, but it is dope. Crushable double IPA. Big if as well that they just released. We had a live stream, you know. It's a similar vibe to this, just of course different hops, but just really, really drinkable double IPA, which is awesome. Yeah, this is really good. So yeah, I'm thinking 94. If it just had that ounce more of like hop flavor, it would be a 95 for sure, like world class. It's just like right on the edge. And maybe when I've drunk this glass, because this is something I'm 100% gonna finish because it's so refreshing, it's so drinkable, it might be just that. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, this is really, really good. I definitely recommend checking this out if you're a Nelson fanboy. Don't expect like bursting out of the glass kind of flavors, but expect like really, really well brewed, really sessionable, but also quite saturated and flavorsome and impactful double IPA. But if you guys had a chance to try Unconventional Tactics from Verdant, let me know what you thought of it, and also big if, because that was really good. And thanks a ton to Jonas for recommending that I do a video on this. So cheers, dude. This is really good. So as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And I'm going to say cheers and see you guys in another beer review.